What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. Full-time reaction to the 0-0 we've just watched here at Tannadice. I've got Darren and Martin with me. Martin, a lot of changes to the team today. Just really lacked quality throughout the game, didn't they?
I mean, you got an excuse out the road. First of all, a windy day and struggled to control the ball, but loads and loads of possession. I thought in both halves we were camped in the opposition half, but struggled to create the number of chances you would expect. And that team should be good enough to come here and get 3 points, and we can use the excuses of missing players, but some of the fringe players didn't turn up today. I think that was the frustration. Some of the first team players didn't turn up. I'm sure we'll come to that, but massively missed Carter Vickers and Kuhn in particular today. I thought there was a real lack of intensity, lack of urgency until the last 6 minutes comes up, and all of a sudden, usual, I'll take a free kick quickly, but missed chances as well. A frustrating day because we didn't have our first 11, we didn't perform particularly well. The weather went against us a little bit, albeit it's not too bad, but it was a bit windy, and just missed, a day of missed chances. There must have been 5 or 6 really, really good chances today, and we never took them, so that was a frustration as well. But avoided defeat. I was a little bit concerned at the end with Schmeichel, trying to get ahead of the ball. I thought, didn't he tell me they're going to nick the goal? But we had chances to nick the goal as well. That's it. The biggest frustration for me is the fact we didn't take one of those clear-cut chances.
Aye, Darren, a lot of changes obviously. I don't know how many of the players that missed out today were either through injury or Rodgers was saying there's a virus this week as well, but much change in the team. I thought in the first half, obviously for the whole game, Dundee United are defending really deep. First half, we got into some good areas on the edge of the box and we were taking the shot for the edge of the box, but we just couldn't find that wee last pass to get in and carve out something really clear cut.
Aye, Martin covered it quite well. We had plenty of possession in the first half, and it was working to an extent. Like you just felt like if you passed the ball around enough, you made those moves that a chance would come. But as he says, when you're missing a guy like Kuhn who can get by a defender, I thought Yang didn't turn up today. It felt like just every time he got that ball, he always wanted to cut inside and go back to Ralston. He didn't really want to have a go at defender, and that's what you miss for Kuhn. And I like calling your phrase, Martin, we huffed and puffed a lot, and you just kind of felt like the goal wasn't going to come. Like we never really had any clear-cut chances. Also, we spoke about how deep Dundee United were playing, and it kind of resorted us to having like shots for the edge of the box. I think McCowan had one in the first half that was really close. We had the free kick right at the edge of the D. But other than that, I don't think we really had any chances in the penalty area in particular, and I don't remember Dundee United's keeper making any half-decent saves. I think Kyogo, I think we've just seen a couple of messages in the group chats for the guys saying that he's just really struggling at the moment. He's got no confidence. Part of that's down to play. You need to take responsibility for yourself, but also if he's not getting any service, he's coming deep a lot and he's trying to get the ball. And one thing we know about Kyogo is like he's not got that physicality, so whenever a defender's on him, he can't really hold him off. He's not a great dribbler of the ball. Kyogo's best attribute is when he's in the penalty area, but he just can't get the ball there. A lot of the play was dictated down the wide area because the midfield was so overloaded. Ralston was trying to get down the right area, he was trying to put balls in, it just wasn't going anywhere.
A huge lack of quality in the wide areas. Huge lack of quality,
because even when the ball wasn't getting in the box enough, and when it was, the wind was just carrying it away. There was absolutely no chances. I actually said to you, like, just 60 minutes, Mark, I'd rather bring on Ida and Kyogo, put the two of them on together. And again, Ida really wasn't involved. I thought he'd done more than Kyogo, but there was a wee moment, Ida had a lovely little layoff to Kyogo, and all you're asking for him is to take a shot, and I don't know what it does. I don't know if he gets the ball stuck into the seat, but it's a glorious chance, and it just kind of summed up the day for the whole team. I felt like we could have been playing here for another 2 hours, and the goal still wouldn't come.
Aye, absolutely. It was one of the days, Martin. I think the likes of Yang, Palmer comes on for a good spell in the second half as well. Again, it's a chance for these guys to show that they should be playing more, but on the basis of that, they shouldn't be playing, because I thought so often we get into those wide areas, we're coming for the right hand side, back out down the left hand side, and there's never any quality at the end of it. I thought really poor Maeda had a poor day as well. We don't often see Ida and Kyogo up front together. It's rare that we have 2 strikers on the pitch. They had that one combination, as Darren says, where Kyogo gets in, but I just thought there was a real lack of quality, particularly in the wide areas, and those guys probably showed why they're fringe players, didn't they?
Aye, and it's hard to determine whether he was going to up top or Kyogo was dropping deep into a number 10 position, but I suppose ultimately you've still got two strikers and attacking players in there. I thought Palmer was a big chance for him today to score one of those goals that he did in the early part where he bends it round, and he had one, he bent round and it wasn't far away, it was blocked. And United blocked a lot, the sort of last defender in the centre, clearance with the header or whatever else. That happened so much today that it didn't get as far as the keeper. It was the last defender that stopped the shot. I thought Kyogo could have had a hat-trick. He had the one in the first half that he tried to bend it in the corner and it just went past. He had the one that Darren's alluded to, which he scored a similar goal at Celtic Park a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? It was at the last home game. He's just dinked over the keeper. I thought what happened there was the wind got a hold of it. Because I think he was trying to hit with his right. Just had to dink over the keeper. He could have went near post, could have went far post, had he went far post. There was a bit of gap between him and the keeper, but the wind appeared to just move the ball ever so slightly, and he tried to take it with his left and he made a real mess of it. So that was the best chance he had by country mile. There was nobody near him. He just had to dink it over the keeper. That was the best one, and then he had another chance after that as well, where he's created a bit of space for himself. He's dropped the shoulder, and he's just had to hit it, and he's fluffed it. And I don't know if again, I've lost to keep blaming the wind, right? But I don't know if the ball's just got away from him before he smashed it. But had he got a crisp shot away, it was a goal. I mean, that was probably more a sitter than the one that he could have dinked over the keeper. So he should have had a hat trick. I feel a wee bit sorry for him. It is partly down to service, but I thought it was interesting the gaffer kept him on. And the substitutions that he made, I do think he'd have made an impact when he came on. I thought he made a difference. He nearly scored with his first touch, and he could have had a hat trick as well. I mean, it wasn't our day. Both Kyogo and Ida could have had a hat trick. That's the frustrating thing for me.
Darren McCowan starting in midfield. I thought he started the game brightly, but then just really faded. Bernardo comes on, Engels comes on, but again, just couldn't. Engels a chance right at the end as well. I think Engels probably is the best chance in the added time. Again, it's hard to see it's up our end for us, but just gets in, and I think it's just right at the keeper, kind of blocked and then away, but it's just not enough quality from anyone today.
McCowan did start the game pretty well, but you seen as it got on, he started to, his first touch got a bit poor. It was heavy, he was struggling to control it, and it was going out for a throw, and then I think after that it was frustration and lack of confidence. And I think as the game got on, we made changes, like not even just like taking men off and going like for like, as we spoke about we done Kyogo, but even when Palmer came on the left, it put Maeda over the right, and then they were switching back and forward a few times, and just nothing was happening. And then Engels only coming on with 5 minutes left. I think he came on for was it Maeda as well. And it kind of just seemed like desperation at that point. The usual substitutions that we make were just obviously a lot of key players missing, which affected that. But it just Brendan Rodgers tried to be a bit kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Proactive, just taking a bit of a gamble and putting players where they don't normally put them. But again, just nothing really seemed to happen. Even if we tried to go short and play the ball out for the back, it was a bit pedestrian. Dundee was just happy just to let us play that ball out for our own half. And even if we did try a long ball, the wind was just taking it miles away. It was just going over for a goal kick. So just nothing was really happening. And again, it's just one of those, you can't win every single game, and the performance was really flat. I mean, I suppose you can happily say that we didn't play terrible, right? I wouldn't say that, because we dominated possession. It's just that creativity that we're lacking. Obviously, we spoke about that coming for the wide areas, and a draw isn't the worst result in the world. I suppose we're still unbeaten, and I just want to put this one to bed and move on to the next game. I suppose.
Seeing you go back to that first half, right? First half, I thought the play in the passes between Kyogo, Maeda and Hatate, I thought that was really, really good, and I thought it was impactful. No, passing the ball quite quickly, but there was two chances in particular that were really, really good, and one of them didn't involve those three players. The one where Yang cut the ball back.
He should have
the ball goes out to Yang,
lack
right?
Composure.
He's
good ball for Welsh, actually.
I'm sitting with my youngest boy, right? I'm sitting with him and I'm saying, that was a terrible pass, and he's saying, no, it wasn't a terrible pass. He's saying he's passed it into the perfect area of the pitch. The striker's to be there to put it home. I don't know if you remember it, right? But he did have time. There was nobody really close to him. He had time to look up and just say, right, there is nobody in that position. Can I pass it to a player? Because there was other players in good positions. That was an absolute great chance, right? And there was another one where Kyogo was free, and there was a chance, I think it was a Hatate to cut it back, and he shot. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was early on.
Two brilliant chances in that first half, right? We forget those, and that puts you 2-0 up the games. You're probably going on to win 5 or 6-0, genuinely, right? So we were wasteful with those chances, and that was the decision making. It wasn't the wind, it wasn't players underperforming, it was that final decision, just making that killer pass.
2 points dropped, Martin, obviously. I think it's maybe been coming that we have came off it a wee bit in terms of performance. I know we've not got the full strength team out there today, but that's not an excuse. I suppose it's only natural through the season that you might have a wee draw here and there, but it's been coming in it.
It has been coming in. It's hard to take a lot of positive out of the game today, but we could have taken a chance. I've said that several times, right? You reflect on the season today, we're nearly at the end of the year. We've performed well in Europe, we've exceeded our own expectations in the league. I think we're in the region of 10 points ahead. I can't remember the number of points, that's how far ahead we are. So we couldn't have dreamt a better gap between us and second place. We couldn't have anticipated the way we've performed in Europe, and of course, and I know there wasn't much in the game last weekend as you reflect and you look back at it, but we've come away with the first trophy of the season. You couldn't ask for a better first half of the season, and we are feeling sorry for ourselves a little bit. We've had 2 draws. We're invincible so far, right? So what a fantastic first half of the season. and hopefully we finish strongly with the last 2 games, both at home, Motherwell and St Johnstone, and then we can look forward to the excitement that comes with the game on the second at Ibrox.
Aye, absolutely. That's it for today. Like the video, give us your own thoughts on the game below. We'll see you very soon for that game on Boxing Day against Motherwell. Thank you.